global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, good people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. The anti-party activities of People Democratic Party elected officers is no more a hidden issue again. It all started when Nyesom Wike publicly announced his support for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Before we know, Akwa Ibom State Governor was part of it. Other PDP governors are standing tall for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which is totally against the constitution of the People Democratic Party. Now, the latest is that in Rivers State, the Lawmakers caucus, both in the Senate and also in the House of Representatives, have also made their position known as it has to do with Bola Ahmed Tinubu re-election in 2027. Big question Nigerians are asking. Things are getting bad, but every day politicians seems to be going to that same party that everyone say is making things bad. What is that thing? We do not know. But first of all, let's get to hear exactly what these group of lawmakers from Rivers State have to tell Nigerians about 2027 re-election of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And we're back to talk more.
This is a press statement from the members of National Assembly from Rivers State, who work for the re-election of President Bola Tinubu in Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in 2023. Today, we have this to say. We, the members of the National Assembly from Rivers State, comprising senators and members of the House of Representatives, extend our heartfelt gratitude to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFRO, for his trust and confidence in our leader, His Excellency Nyesom Wike, CON, GSSRS, following his appointment as Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in the Federal Capital Territory. We are gladdened by the President's public acknowledgement and commendation of exceptional performance of the Minister of the FCT, whom he described as the master of infrastructure. Now, having carefully reviewed the President's economic policy, which are targeted at repositioning our once moribund economy through his renewed hope agenda, and taking into account the massive rot and decadence he inherited on the 29th of May, 2023, including our unenviable debt profile, the terrible inflationary figures occasioned by the printing of 22.7 trillion naira by the Central Bank of Nigeria through ways and means overdraft for the federal government between 2015 and 2023. Under former President Muhammadu Buhari and the near absence of critical infrastructure to support food production, we have come to the conclusion that President's economic plan is the surest way out of our economic, social, and economic morals. Further, our assessment is firm that the President's Renew Hope agenda is very much on track with already visible results and credible basis that offers greater improvement in the economic well-being of Nigerians if given the time necessary. Further still, we are convinced that the declining inflationary figures, the substantial reduction in our foreign debt profile, and an IMF-backed promising growth figure all bode well for the economy in the years ahead. We would also like to use this medium to thank Mr. President for the swift and necessary intervention in our dear Rivers State, which action has set the process of peace in motion, even as we pray and hope to see a clear path to our enduring peace built on sincerity of purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, the crux of this press briefing is, 1, to remind Nigerians that in 2023, we work assiduously under the leadership of Nyesom Wike for the election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and we were victorious in the assignment. 2, as members of the National Assembly from Rivers State, we declare unequivocally our unconditional resolve to work again for the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027. As legislators who are closest to our people, we shall begin the model of all mobilizations of our people to repeat in a greater measure what we did in 2023 in order to re-elect President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFRO, come 2027. Finally, we call on all Nigerians to support the consolidation of Renew Hope agenda as the surest panacea for the prosperity and progress of Nigeria. And in this connection, we appeal to would-be presidential candidates, especially those with desperate and never-ending presidential ambition, to jettison such ambition and rally around our dear President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFRO, in 2027. This press statement is signed by my humble self, Senator Mpigi Barinada, Senator Owe Onyeso, Right Honorable Dumnamene Deko, Rep. Solomon Bob, Rep. Felix Nweke, Rep. Kelechi Wogo, Rep. Cyril Ihad, Rep. Victor Obuzo, and Rep. Blessing Amadi on behalf of our numerous constituents we represent. Thank you and God bless.
On your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate we shall stand.
And so
on your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate we shall stand.
Thank you very much. Well, I think I have to thank you for that, but the truth is that we are members of the People's Democratic Party, and we are also National Assembly members. Things will unfold themselves in the coming days, and I think I want to tell you that we definitely get to the promised land at a time, so we don't need to be ambushed.
You didn't answer the first question. Who were you referring to when you said we continue?
There are a lot of presidential candidates that have been running. Even from the YPP, we see presidential candidates. So we will definitely get there, and those people should know themselves.
I think that's okay. That's okay.
All right, welcome back. It's quite unfortunate that this is happening in our country. Now, there's something they say at the last age of this video, this press conference. They say they don't want to be ambushed. I think that's why they've decided to give their support to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But then, if you listen to them at the beginning, they said that they actually supported Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the beginning, which aided him to gain victory in Rivers State. We know what actually happened there, but we don't want to go into all of that detail. This time around, they are telling Nigerians that they will support Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Even their party, People Democratic Party, which is gone, whether we like it or we don't need to say it, but we know that People's Democratic Party is outrightly a gone party. It's collapsed and gone. But then, looking at the situation right now, my colleagues in the House, what's the standpoint? Do you think that this move we are seeing here is also tantamount to Wike and tantamount to the fact that everyone wants to be in the good book of Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Let's tell ourselves the truth. Let's forget the fact that it has anything to do with Nigerians. These guys are just being selfish. As politicians, everybody's protecting his re-election. Yes. It has nothing to do with the fact that the government is working or is performing. In as much as, after all, Nigerians are not complaining. They only rant on social media. So why are we complaining? And why should we help Nigerians complain? If the government is bad and Nigerians have not deemed it fit to hit the street and get back to their country, why? And why should we want to do the right thing or go to the right party, quote and unquote, when the wrong party is ruling and winning? And if you don't want to align with us, that means in 2027, you will not get the seat. It's the people we select that will get the seat. So exactly. Why trade what you are eating well with? Because the economy is very bad now. So if you somehow along the line, you are among those who are benefiting from the national cake, why would you want to say you want to stand for the right thing and lose your position, lose your feeding, lose your political relevance and all that? So everybody's just being selfish, and they're scared really, literally, that peradventure PDP finally enters its grave completely. Yes. Let it be said that anytime we port to APC, we have an automatic ticket. It's unfortunate though, but I do not know how we got to this level where, a party that is not performing and all politicians are running in there. There's something they're not telling us. There's no need for them to tell us. We already know how the constitution is working.
All right. That's where we'd like to leave it. Let's meet in our conversation and talk more on this. Thank you very much and stay tuned.